Hey guys, it's MaizeMan112 and I'm back bringing you guys another Black Ops 2 commentary. Today is going to be a little bit different. First thing you guys are probably saying is, MaizeMan, where the fuck have you been, man? Just when you start thinking that you have things planned out, things are starting to work your way, life tends to take kind of a big shit on you and really test your character and test, I guess, your will. And things have just been kind of crazy. Work right now is just very chaotic, and it's meaning that I'm there more often. So, as you guys all know, this is a hobby of mine. So when you have a hobby, work in family life always comes first. And to give you guys a kind of a background, I guess I really have never really touched on me growing up, I guess. I had the family atmosphere, but it was, my parents were divorced. They got divorced really young. So to me, being able to be there for my daughter is one of these things that it's crucial for me. And sometimes you lose sight of that. And that's kind of where I'm headed with this was, there was just certain things I was missing out on. And nothing's worse than coming home and seeing your daughter, kind of running you with open arms, and you have to set her aside because you're going to go do your hobby, or you aren't able to do certain things. You're not reading her bedtime stories or participating in bath time. Little things like that. And I know, I don't want to say how gay that sounds. I know how goofy that sounds, especially for a lot of you guys who are younger. But I feel like a lot of you guys are young, but you're mature young, if that makes sense to you guys. I know when I was a lot of you guys' ages that the concepts that you guys have, your train of thought, I was nowhere near that. And I'm still, I'm not very mature for my age. I'll be the first person to tell you that. And every once in a while, you'll need, like I said, that kind of kick in the butt that life kind of hands you to help you put things back in perspective. So I'm just regrouping and really focusing on my family and at work. So that's kind of where I've been. Now, what does this mean for the future? As you guys know, my plan a couple weeks ago was to start bringing you guys daily content again. When I'm providing daily content for you guys, that's where I don't want to say I'm the happiest, but as far as YouTube goes, I am the happiest. That's where I'm able to constantly have the interactions that I'm looking for with you guys, to constantly have my finger on the pulse of the community, understanding what's going on, the little drama that's going on, or what's this, all the news that's going on. That's when I'm with my gamer dork. That's when I'm one. And I'm just not able to do that right now, and it's one of those things. I know I've said this time and time again, and again, I sound kind of like a whiny bitch, but if I'm not able to do something 110%, I don't want to do it at all. And I'm sure you guys have kind of seen some of the things I've gotten into. I don't just dip my toe in the water. I just jump right in with everything I do, with every hobby I've ever done. And I've discussed a little bit how I have ADHD, and I'm sure there's lots of commentaries and lots of discussions where you guys can really tell that I have ADHD. And with that, I tend to get bored with things pretty quickly. So I jump right in, I go right in over my head, figure everything out, and then I move on to the next thing. And I don't want YouTube to be one of those things, because unlike most things that I do that's purely for personal gratification or for personal reasons, YouTube seems to be something different to me. And I don't want to sound like this higher than thou person, but I feel like I'm able to interact and make a difference in people's lives. When I first got out of high school, my big thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to be a teacher. And I wanted to be a teacher and a coach. And I did coach. I coached for a couple years. I coached some high school wrestling right after high school. And it was great because you were able to see the impact that you made on kids. And it was even better because, like I said, I was right out of high school and I was coaching high school wrestling. And these kids were close to my age. So I kind of was able to connect with them on a different level than any other coaches, because I was just them a few short years ago. So it seemed like what I said had a little bit more impact. And I feel like I kind of have this with some of you guys as well, where I am almost an older brother, if that makes sense to you guys. I grew up as the youngest of my family. I'm the only boy of my family, so I never really had that younger or older brother. And I feel like I'm able to provide that for some of you guys out there. And I don't want, like I said, I don't want to be like hyper melodramatic or anything like that. But that's the type of interactions that I really miss. The little inside jokes, the advice when they're having a tough situation. Being able to know that, hey, if you're something's going on and you can't talk to your parents, there's no one you have that outlet to express that to, you can always come to me. And that's really why I enjoyed my my Mondays with MaizeMan series, which basically that's what it was. I answered questions from you guys. They were really good, and they were really intellectual questions as well. I was expecting fart and dick type questions and stuff like that. Instead, you guys gave me these huge like moral dilemmas that I really enjoyed, and I don't want to miss out on that. So I'm really left at this huge crux of what to do. And like I said, with work going absolutely chaotic right now, I'm left in a lose-lose situation where you guys know that YouTube, it's a grind. It is a huge grind. It takes a lot of time and effort to get to the point where I'm at. And I'm not a huge channel by any means. I'm still a tiny channel. I have under 1,000 subscribers, and that was my goal by year end, was to get to 1,000 subscribers. And I don't know if that's manageable or obtainable at the current rate that I'm going, because I'm not able to do what I want to do. So it's one of those things of, do I just continue to put out a video, maybe 2 a week maximum, or not do it at all? And I know that a lot of you guys are probably in the bandwagon of just do what you can. We love just to hear from you, but for some of you guys, it's that whole thing. If you're checking every day and there's nothing, eventually you just stop checking. And that's kind of what's happened, where I've kind of come into this lull in the channel growth as well. I've made some really good friends in it, and some people I probably will talk to after this whole YouTube thing is over. And it's the future of it that this really has me confused, because I don't know what console I'm going to get. I have no clue at this point in time. And I feel like if you guys follow me on Twitter, you guys have kind of been able to keep up with this a little bit. But I feel like I'm not going to buy a console at all at launch. I'm not going to. And as someone who considers myself a pretty hardcore gamer, this is very odd to me, because I don't know which one to get. And you guys all know that I'm an Xbox fanboy. I am. I'm not afraid to admit it. It's the truth. But I'm seriously considering moving over to the PlayStation for a couple of reasons. And when I kind of stack it up and I pull it out and I look at the T-graph, the tally margin, or whatever you want to say, when I look at it, it kind of comes up that I should be getting a PlayStation 4 and not an Xbox One. And a lot of the reason why I even got an Xbox in the first place, because that's what all my friends were playing on. And that's what I've always told everybody: play whatever your friends play. Well, now that I've done this and I've started doing YouTube, all my friends really are on PlayStation. So I'm not too sure. I know I got a couple of you guys that are still on Xbox, but I just wanted to be able to sit down for you guys and kind of talk to you guys today. Just to give you guys kind of a glimpse of what's been going on, what's inside my head, and to let you guys know I'm doing all right. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, make sure you guys leave it in the comment section down below. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Spotlight, bitches. Make sure you guys go ahead and check it out. I talk a little bit about is it too late to enter competitive Call of Duty? Make sure you guys check that out as well. Actually, you could qualify for this $1 million tournament by playing their